This is Messages from the Universe with Laurie of Your Life Core. Here, Laurie delivers information from the Mastery Realms related to astrology, planetary influences, energy surges, and generally how we are evolving. She connects with angels, guides, ascended masters, astro beings, and those that come forward with messages to help us on our journey. Welcome, everyone, to Messages from the Universe podcast.
Hello, I am Laurie, and thank you for listening. I can't believe I'm talking about January of 2025. What's up with the energies of January? It's come upon us pretty darn fast, and I would say the January energies are about fast. We begin the year in a portal. January itself arrives as a portal of transformation, beginning the year with Mars retrograde entering Cancer, and that's a powerful force reshaping how we understand and express masculine energy. This retrograde doesn't slow us down. It actually draws us inward, dismantling outdated paradigms of how we believe the masculine energy should be, how we take action, even ambition and force. We move more into thought, contemplation about being more in alignment. The masculine principle has evolved from dominance to conscious creation, from chasing and force to flow and alignment. This is an invitation to balance doing and being, and where intention and presence are the keys to power. Now, at the end of any year and the beginning of a new year, there's a huge collective consciousness of energy of setting intents or New Year's resolutions. So we're in the energy of change. But 2025 carries the vibration of the number 9, which signifies completion, wisdom, and spiritual fulfillment. So many of the energy frequencies that are going to be emitted out into the universe are about closure, completion, about finishing something before the new can start. The number 9 is accumulation of cycles. It urges us to let go of what no longer serves us and integrate what has been learned. This is a year for healing, for forgiveness, for alignment with the greater good. It is not a time to cling to outdated patterns, but rather to embrace the end of a chapter, make room for new beginnings that align with a higher truth or a different version of yourself. There will be many that want to cling to the past, cling to the memory, cling to old beliefs, but this is a time for creativity and new. This really sets the tone for a year of creativity, intuition, long-term planning, and success. Many have experienced raw, confronting, intimidating truths, and through that have gained clarity and power to shape the path to a different future. What will you build in this energy? What have you discovered about yourself? Where have you grown in 2024 that now you are walking a new path or a different path in 2025? This is a time that allows you to align your vision and your actions. Sometimes we have a vision, but we don't take actions. And this is the universe saying, align those two. Approach each step with intention and authenticity. Your body is your sacred temple that hosts your soul. Treat it as a foundation for greatness. It's really time for magic and mastery, inspiring you to trust your instincts and follow your intuition. This is not just the start of another year, but the beginning of a paradigm where your dreams meet reality through divine alignment and empowered action. Now, some of the monthly themes for January will be about protection from negative energy. We'll have a lot of unfinished resources or unfinished energies around us that are trying to hold us back into the past, and some could perceive that as negative energy. There will be many of those that are changing careers or positions or perhaps receiving a promotion. There's new contracts, new commitments, new alliances. There is an opportunity to build confidence. And with these new contracts and commitments and alliances, there might be a shift in loyalty. There's an increased interest in food and the arts around culinary, around beauty, poetry, music. This is creativity coming up from the solar plexus. Topics of leadership and rebellion, confrontation, and problems with authority will bubble to the top. The desire for increased knowledge or truth, balancing of karmic debt, and we'll experience a refined sense of our own gifts, such as clairvoyance, clairaudience, or clairsentience. So let's jump in and take a deep dive into what the month of January will look. Well, we start January 2nd with Venus entering Pisces, and this is about the heart. As Venus enters Pisces, we'll feel this elevational placement of where this planet of love and beauty and harmony transcends boundaries and becomes an embodiment of universal compassion. Now, in Pisces, Venus operates at its highest frequency. It's home. So this is about dissolving barriers between self and others, between the material world and the spiritual world. This is a time of sacred offerings for healing, for creativity, and transcendence of the heart. This transit may bring heightened sensitivity, so staying grounded while navigating any emotional or relational dynamics is really important. Romantic connections might feel a little bit more spiritual or dreamlike, but also require some discernment to avoid illusions or idealizations. Creativity thrives with this transit, acting as a muse for artists, writers, and visionaries. Focus on anchoring divine love into every aspect of your life, every crevice of your relationships, every creation, and even all interactions with strangers. Maintain a healthy sense of self, and discernment is essential during this time. The desire to connect on soul, deep diving level is super strong, but be careful not to lose yourself in the process of trying to make those around you feel happy. Take time to ground yourself in reality before making significant emotional commitments, and ensure that your kindness and generosity flow from a place of balance. Now, on January 3rd, we have a Mars-Pluto opposition. This is about harnessing the power of transformation and divine will. We know Pluto is all about death and rebirth, and with Mars opposing Pluto, it creates this tug of war between self-expression, individual identity, and collective transformation. Now, Mars is currently retrograde in Leo. That's about emotional love, our drive to assert individuality, to pursue our passions, be our highest self, and radiate confidence across all dimensions and planes. However, in its retrograde state, it provides a moment to reevaluate those things, whether our actions actually align with our core values and how we assert ourselves. We have to be authentic and honest and trustworthy to ourselves. Now, opposing Pluto, well, this highlights some tension between personal ambitions and society trends and our values. This is about the will to connect with the eternal fire of your soul and not be led astray. The ego can learn how to gracefully bow to the soul's purpose during this time. This energy demands the clearing of karmic imprints, those hidden power struggles, fears, and unbalanced energetic exchanges, so you can rise into a lighter, purer state of being. This is part of your elevation. With Mars being ignited and Mars igniting the self, Pluto reminds you that individuality is a vital thread in the cosmic tapestry. This is about blending the I am and the we are. It's anchoring this energy into realization that individual growth serves the ascension of the whole planet. This is a time to reclaim your divine authority by dissolving attachments to old roles, old labels, and old patterns. Now, January 6th, Mars retrograde enters Cancer, and that's more nurturing, nurtures the inner warrior, This really shifts the energy from Mars' fiery outward drive into a watery, introspective realm. Mars does not necessarily find comfort in the emotional protective waters of Cancer, and in this retrograde state, this retrograde motion exasperates discomfort by driving us to confront those dramas or traumas that we might have buried. Any unresolved wounds or deep-seated instincts will need to come to the surface. It's not a time for explosive outward action, but for slow inward reflection. And during this Mars retrograde cycle in this sign, we're called to examine how we assert ourselves and confront unspoken anger, unspoken fears, or even hidden resentments. It's like a tide pulling back, exposing what's hidden beneath the surface before it can move forward. We are invited to explore how the frequency of our feelings shapes our reality. And this elevated awareness allows Mars' usually fiery energy to soften. It allows us to shift from reacting to responding, from ego-driven impulses to more soul-centered actions. Our emotional templates of fear, resentment, and separation must be healed in Cancer's nurturing waters. Mars in Cancer retrograde is more of that initiation of the soul than it is a battle. As a result, outdated emotional programming rooted in survival instincts, ancestral wounds, and karmic patterns tied to a safe sense of living are and can become dismantled. Retrograde motion slows everything down and allows us to tune in to the divine flow of creation and to our inner wisdom, our inner compass, and our knowledge. So when the planet goes forward, we can take those things that we've cured or healed or understood from internal and show them out into the world. This is a recalibration. It's a recalibrating the way we work with anger, with action, and protection. So during this time, this period is important to help us to integrate our subconscious and our conscious to co-create different coping tools. January 8th, Mercury enters Capricorn. Now, Mercury is the messenger, and by it entering Capricorn, it's emphasizing discipline, responsibility, and results. It's really time to streamline plans, to set realistic goals, and approach challenges with logic and perseverance. Conversations may lean toward a bit more professionalism and efficiency, but this encourages us to clear any boundaries and construct problem-solving techniques for us to accomplish our goals. I tell people, wait a little bit before setting your goals. Some people want to set them on January 1st, but because of the energy this year, it's waiting a little bit until we get into this Capricorn energy. Now, Mercury in Capricorn bridges the gap between our vision and manifestation. With clarity and focus, it really guides us to align our thoughts and words with our soul's purpose on the physical plane. Those things we put into play now have more success of succeeding. It's an opportunity to co-create with integrity, ensuring that every idea, plan, and intention resonates with truth and divine order. And you're using the vibration and the frequencies of the planets to help you create that divine order. Now, January 13th, we have the first full moon of 2025, and this is a full moon in Cancer. It's layered, very deeply layered and emotional with meaning and cosmic significance. What I see unique about this full moon is it loosely aspects Sirius. That's a celestial powerhouse, and I believe that this is a moment of channeling from the universe, so it opens up a significant possibility of downloads that include insights and illuminating thoughts and transformative information. It's not just about reflection. It's not just about illumination. It's not just alignment on our path, but we are feeling the undeniable truth of what direction we need to go in, and the universe is providing the roadmap. The moon's conjunction with Mars retrograde fuels emotional intensity. It stirs the suppressed frustrations or passions within both individuals as collective. We might have this feeling of, I've been here before, I've tried this before, it's not going to work again. The question that I'd like you to ponder in this is, what are you afraid of? What conflict or purpose are you wrestling up against that the universe is pushing you to step over, to not be bothered by it, but to just move on? This is a call to reclaim our power, to not let those things that can just be noise stop us from the things that we need to or want to do. There's also a trine with Saturn and Neptune, and that weaves a very stabilizing yet visionary energy. I'm actually going to do a separate podcast about Saturn and Neptune because as it shifts signs, it has huge, huge impacts for us for the coming years. We also have Uranus's sextile, and that injects the mix of sudden flashes of innovation, and that helps us break through resistance. This energy is also about home and family, and from a global perspective or a national perspective, it's about our national identity. These are the things that are at the center of this tension during this full moon. So it'll be interesting to watch the political climate and how to reconcile the old with the new. How do we focus on themes going forward? There will be energetic themes that the planets deliver to us, themes of protection and justice and liberation. This lunation is a cosmic reset for the collective, revealing the cracks in outdated systems and providing insights for building something more aligned with shared values. The question will be, will the public or individuals take advantage once we see the cracks? Will we take advantage to correct them versus ignore them or further crumble them? The raw emotional power of this full moon invites us to feel very deeply, not just personally, but also society, and to act from a place of both courage and compassion. This has the opportunity to create some lasting, meaningful changes, but it also requires us to face some hard truths, both within and outside of us. Now we jump ahead to January 19th, and we enter in officially Aquarius season. This is revolution of the soul. This cosmic energy creates this shift of energy, infusing the collective with waves of energy that are around innovation, independence, and progress. So those areas that we don't feel we are innovating, that we don't feel we're independent, or we don't feel we're making progress, are going to show up as frustrations for us. Aquarius season carries the electric charge of forward thinking energy, inviting us to embrace the unconventional and reimagine the structures in our lives. Known as the visionary of the zodiac sign, Aquarius inspires us to think beyond personal limits and explore our connection to the collective. This energy is further amplified as the sun approaches Pluto in a very rare and potent conjunction just days later, unlocking some profound opportunities for deep collective change and transformation. This alignment stirs a deep alchemy process, dismantling outdated beliefs and revealing the power of authentic individuality. At this time, the themes of this energy include liberation, truth, and unity. This encourages us to shed the constraints of conformity and to step into a unique role or unique roles that we're meant to play. And what I mean is we all came here at this time, this lifetime, this age to play certain roles, and many of us will be called to that position. Aquarius season asks us to look at the bigger picture, align with higher ideals, and recognize the influence that our thoughts and our actions have on the world. Now on January 27th, Mercury enters Aquarius. And Mercury entering Aquarius, this acts as a conduit for access to higher intelligence. It allows us access to higher timelines that transcend conventional thought. During this transit, the mind is open to multidimensional perspectives, encouraging the shift from egocentric thinking to collective visionary thinking. This is a great time to incorporate those practices of meditation, quiet time, deep connection to your inner and higher self. This allows us to see connections beyond what is obvious and communicate in a way that resonates energetically with the universal grid. Mercury in Aquarius challenges old mental framework. It's fostering innovation and collaboration while linking abstract inspiration to practical action. We are at a time when it is possible to anchor cosmic wisdom into tangible reality for meaningful change. The astral beings are anxious and curious and want to assist. And this might be the time that many more can have access to this information. On January 29th, the Aquarius new moon, it's also the lunar new year. This is about planting seeds for a collective evolution. This is where we move into the year of the wooden snake, leaving the year of the dragon and moving into the year of the snake. This opens up another portal, inviting us to align with a higher vision and pursue radical transformation. Now is the time to dream beyond limitations and to set intentions that align with the frequency of innovation, truth, and progress. Aquarius holds the energy of awakening, guiding us to look beyond the surface and create a reality that honors our deepest wisdom. Pairing that with the start of the year of the wood snake, this new moon carries the essence of strategic growth, profound renewal, calling you to release what no longer fits and move with purpose towards what's next. Now, Jupiter expands this energy even more. It amplifies creativity and abundance, reminding you that any seeds you plant now have the potential for extraordinary results. A conjunction with Pluto adds depth and teaches you to face your raw truths. Let the dead be dead. Let the things that pulled you back be gone. Act from a place of courage and authenticity, and don't be afraid to plant the seeds for your future. A new moon isn't just about starting fresh. It's about stepping into a new level of being and trusting the process and listening to your intuition and believing your actions will have far-reaching effects. Now is the time to align with your highest purpose. This lays the groundwork for a future filled with clarity, transformation, and endless possibilities. January 30th, Uranus moves direct. Uranus is finely direct in Taurus, and this moves the cosmic tides of energy from internal reformation to external revolution. When Uranus awakens from a retrograde slumber, it brings the energy of a lightning bolt, that strike, that flash, to those that have been internalizing and working with its energy. The foundations of our values have quietly been being rebuilt for months as we've untangled deep-rooted attachments with outdated paradigms. Now, with Uranus moving forward, this transformation bursts forward into the material world. It shakes loose anything that no longer resonates with our soul's highest frequency. Uranus direct activates the crystalline grid of possibility. It aligns us with breakthroughs that shatter illusions of limitations and inspire quantum leaps in consciousness. It's a call to embody radical authenticity and innovation, to co-create with divine intelligence, and to boldly build a reality that reflects our evolving spiritual blueprint. I almost said to boldly go where no man has gone before. This is a new place for us to be. This is not merely changing. It's the liberation of your highest potential echoing outward to shift the collective to a higher octave of existence. Expect shifts in finance, values, worth, your relationships, the relationships you have to your body and to earth, and how you look at self-care. Overall, this month serves as a sacred entry point into an enlightening year, a cosmic recalibration guiding humanity towards higher frequencies. With January's energy, you're given the opportunity to realign with your soul's purpose, shed old paradigms, step into infinite possibilities. Really think and process, what are you leaving behind and what are you purposefully taking forward? Every challenge and breakthrough is aligning you with a more harmonious existence. So trust the unfolding divine plan. Let the light of the new year illuminate your intentions, your dreams, and actions. Let it anchor in love and wisdom into the world. The year ahead promises to be one of awakening and alignment. So hold the vision and trust of that in and near and dear to your heart. We've heard a lot about 2025 being a 9-year, an ending year, a collapsing, a completion, a getting rid of what no longer serves us. And 2025 is going to be that for many, but there's also a ton of potential. It is the year of the snake. We have 5 planets that have been in one sign or an area of energy, and they're changing signs in 2025. So that momentum is going to be crazy. We have 4 supermoons and 4 eclipses, and the lunar nodes shift to Virgo and Pisces. So it will be a year packed, and I will do an in-depth impact podcast coming soon. For now, welcome into January of 2025. Hopefully closing out the year of 2024 is joyful and peaceful and filled with love and abundance for you. I'm Laurie Wondra of Your Life Core, and thank you for listening.
Thank you for listening to Messages from the Universe podcast with Laurie Wondra of Your Life Core. For current events or to schedule a private session with Laurie, please visit yourlifecore.com.